up the inequality. Last year we did do some of the inequalities, all right, and we did one step and two step, pretty basic. So in our chapter 5.1 is one step, addition and subtraction. 5.2 is multiplication and division. That's way too easy for us. We're just jumping right into what? 5-3, where it's all mixed together. You guys are really good at solving equations. So is inequalities any more difficult? No. You just have to make sure you remember the rules for the inequalities. That's all you're doing. All right? Please follow with me now. All right? Please follow. All right. Here we go. For practice number 1, what do I have to do first? Tell me. Combine like terms. When I combine like terms, I get what? 12 plus 10j is less than or equal to 72. Perfect. Now what? You mean subtract, right? I'm subtracting 12 from both sides. So 10j is less than or equal to what? Thank you. All right, now I'm dividing by what? 10. So everybody should be able to easily see j is less than or equal to what? J is less than or equal to 6. All right? So now there's a number line at the bottom. We want to represent less than or equal to. All right? So less than or equal to is a solid dot. All right? So I have a solid dot at 6. Less than or equal to is to the right or to the left? To the left. All right? The reason it's to the left is because you're getting smaller going to the left. Now, I like doing it that way because I don't like scribbling, all right? But because we have iPad, you can just go to the left if you want. Now, the only really thing new this year than last year is when you get advanced, we don't write on a number line anymore. We say we write in interval notation. So now this is what's new, so everybody has to really listen to me now. This is what's new. All right? So what I want everybody to do is I want everybody to put negative infinity over here and positive infinity over here. Now, does anybody have any questions with what negative infinity is and what infinity is? If I go on, it's positive infinity. If I go left, it's what? Negative infinity. All right? Now, instead of writing a number line, they write it in interval notation. So we read numbers from left to right. So we say we started at negative infinity, and we go all the way to what? 6. And we stop at 6. Now, is negative infinity really a number? No, it's kind of like an idea, we say. So we don't include negative infinity, but we do include 6. Notice the difference. One is a bracket, one is a parenthesis. If it's equal to, it requires a bracket. If it's not equal to, it requires a parenthesis. Everybody with me? Any questions? All right, so now let's take a quick look at, give you 30 seconds. Let's see if you can do it. Now everybody take a look. Look up. See what you did. Any issues? Any issues? Girls, I'm up here, girls. That's it. Don't interrupt. Anybody have any questions with that? What? Because I subtracted 5 from both sides. Minus 5. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. She's learning. She needs to make mistakes to learn. You understand that now? Right? Just like we got 4 by dividing. We're undoing the multiplication. We're undoing the addition. You good now, right? So now when we graph this, we go to -4. Put a solid dot at -4. And now we're going to the right because we're greater than. Now the question is, where do we start? We start at what? -4. We started at -4, and I went to what? Infinity. That's correct. Infinity is over here, negative infinity over here. All right, now I mean what I'm saying about people. I want you to be responsible for what you're doing. I don't want you trying to help somebody else. I want everybody asking me a question if you're not sure about something. Anybody have any issues with that? All right, let's check out the next one. All right, now this is the one where I need you to pay attention. 3z minus 15z. -12z minus 30 is greater than 54. Everybody see that? Any questions with that? Add 30 to both sides. -12z is greater than 84. Now, who remembers last year? If you multiply or divide by a negative, what do you have to do to the inequality sign? Switch it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You switch it. Everybody hearing me? So when you switch it, it becomes z less than -7. Notice all signs changed. What does that mean? Look up. That means this. This was a negative. Now it's a what? Positive. This was greater than. Now it's what? This was positive. Now it's what? When that's what happens when you divide by a negative. Everything changes. All signs change. All right? Now let's go graph. So now I'm going to -7. Uh-oh. -7. Open circle. It's an open. Do we include -7? No. -7 is not less than -7. Connor, are you with me? Now, less than. This is how I want it. Just like that. Interval notation. Who's brave enough to tell me about interval notation, Madeline?
Is it
No bracket. The reason it's not a bracket is because it's not equal to. Everybody hearing me? All right, now look right here. Somebody asked me this last period and I didn't know they didn't understand this. That makes it a what now? Equal to. That's what that line underneath it means. All right, that means right now less than or equal to. The original problem was just what? Less than. It was just less than. Is everybody with me? Any questions? All right. Now, let's try the next one real quick. Come on, 30 seconds. Let's go. Chop, chop. Bless you. 7n minus 8n is what? -1n minus 3 is less than 23. Now what do I do? Add 3. -1n is less than 26. Now I have to switch the signs. Thank you very much. Switch the signs. So that becomes n greater than negative 26. Now notice there is no negative 26 in the number line. So here's how you handle those. You always write the answer and the opposite. Now if you're greater than negative 6, open or closed? Open. To the right or to the left? To the right. Because you're greater than. Numbers are getting bigger as you're moving to the right. So interval notation, it would be what? Negative 26 to infinity. Beautiful. Yes, I know. Everybody references their hero.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Everybody good? All right. Now, down here. All right, I'm going to do the first one, then I'm going to let you guys do the next three. All right. Now, does everybody remember on this problem right here? Instead of distributing, I can just go ahead and do what? Divide, because 45 is divisible by negative 9. If you learn that, that just saves you a bunch of time. Now, when I'm dividing by a negative, what do I have to do to the sign, though? Switch it. So now I have Q plus 3 is what? Greater than what?
-5.
Greater than negative 5. And now I'm going to subtract 3. So my final answer is Q is greater than negative 8. Do you understand that, Will, or not? This now, instead of distributing, I went ahead and I just divided first. No, I'm not distributing a negative. I'm dividing by negative 9. You sure you're okay? I'm dividing by negative 9. All right, so now, am I open or closed? Open at negative 8. And then I'm going everything to the right. So my interval notation would be? Beautiful. Perfect.
Wow, you did like
All right, here we go. Now listen, everybody. How do I do the 3/4? Multiply by the reciprocal. Yes. So here we go. I want everybody to try those 3 problems real quick. 3 problems real quick. Let's go. Chop, chop. All right. Now, this is because you guys are going to do a good job tomorrow while you're not in school working on your math. All right. And we have IXL. All right.
What is IXL?
Quiet, quiet. I'm going to tell you in a few minutes. I said I want you working these 3 problems first.
I'll take that.
Oh, it's disgusting.
I don't.
You don't smell food to eat them.
Actually, you do know.
Actually, I smell
Yeah,
food. Ew, what's the time you don't
My dad choose a biscuit.
I'll eat it.
Reese choose like that. He's like, here.
Hey, you're working.
Yeah, guys. I used to like alphabets, but I don't like it anymore. It was. Yeah, it's not bad. I get the last one. Be grateful for what you get. Oh.
There is no whining.
Bless you.
Spain, they have.
What a positive person.
They have
All right, so here we go.
And then the pH. I know.
All right, here we go. Distributing. No, don't distribute. Always check to see if you can divide. All right, so on this one, x plus 2 is less than -3. Everybody check your work so far. And then we're subtracting 2. So x is less than -5. Open circle at -5. And we're going to the left. And so now, interval notation, -infinity to -5. Yes, sir, good.
I distribute, not the right answer.
Yeah, of course you can. But you see, it's just little extra steps. It's all, it's not a big deal. All right, I'm trying to teach you to work numbers better, though. All right, that's what I'm asking. All right, let's take a look now at 1/2. To get rid of 1/2, I'm just going to multiply by 2. So I ended up with x plus 4 is less than or equal to 20. And then I'm subtracting 4. X is less than or equal to what? 16.
Oh, my
16. So now, again, there is no 16 on the number line, so you create a positive and a negative. Less than or equal to, is it solid or open?
Solid.
Solid. In which direction? Going to the left. That is correct. So now my interval notation would be -infinity to 16. Don't forget, bracket at 16. Come on now. Make sure you're understanding that.
Wait,
Good. Come on.
I know what side to put that.
Okay. If it's equal to, it's a bracket.
Yeah, I know that.
So this is equal to. Look, come on. Look how simple this is. This is equal to. This is equal to. That's why it's the bracket. It's really that simple. It's that simple. If there's an equal to, it's a bracket. Infinity will never have a bracket. All right, it'll always be a parentheses. All right, so let's take a look at reciprocal here is what again? Okay, so 4/3. So x plus 3 less than or equal to 12. So from there, come on.
X is less than or equal to.
X is less than or equal to 9. X is less than or equal to 9. Anybody have any issues? All right, so now let's go to our number line. Solid or open?
Solid.
Solid. Going which direction?
Left.
You got it. Interval notation.
-infinity, comma 9.
You're perfect. All right.
Why did you get out of jogging? Yes.
Just turn your iPad, make it 8.
It's so hard.
Or turn your head, yes.
Yeah,
Tilt
'cause it's like
tilt your head.
Or you can
Perfect.
just draw 2 towers.
Yeah, I'm just drawing 2.
Or you can draw 2 circles.
Oh, don't draw too
Wow.
I did it.
All right. Here we go.
Looks like a
What?
All right. Now, last 2 for today. All right. I want to go ahead and distribute here, please. 5x plus 2x plus 2 greater than or equal to 23. 7x plus 2 greater than or equal to 23. 7x greater than or equal to 21. And so x is greater than or equal to 3. All right. Solid dot at 3
And it's 2
to
to the
the
right.
greater than. is to the right.
And then it's
Interval notation,
open bracket
bracket,
3, infinity.
3, comma, infinity. Beautiful. All right, beautiful. Now, listen. I'm really not sure how much time we have left, but I do want you to do this for me. I want you to write down